Minister of Information reaffirms federal government's commitment to building a strategic partnership to counter negative narratives. Legal practitioners meet in Abuja seek institutionalization of mentorship in legal profession. NMPC Limited hails President Tinubu on Ekperikpo Mashibila's emergence as Chairman, Secretary, Gas Exporting Countries Forum. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTA News24. We're live in Abuja. I am Dennis Adegunloye. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to building a strategic global partnership to counter negative narratives aimed at damaging the reputation of Nigeria. Speaking in London, United Kingdom, at the UK edition of the Renewed Hope Global Dialogue with the theme Strengthening Global Partnerships for Economic Renewal and National Rebranding under the Renewed Hope administration, the minister stated that partnerships and collaboration remain central to Nigeria's efforts at rebranding and repositioning itself on the world stage. He said Nigeria needs international friends and partners who know the country very well and understand its nuances and complexities, and who can add their voices to present an accurate, believable and credible picture of the country. In a statement by the Special Assistant Media, the Minister emphasized that the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation is deeply involved in the task of national rebranding, working with strategic partners like the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations to project Nigeria positively through the Nigeria Reputation Management Group. He added that the federal government has designated October 15th every year as Nigeria Reputation Day to commemorate and raise awareness about the importance of national reputation, and announced that Nigeria will host the 2026 African Public Relations Association Conference and the 2026 World Public Relations Forum in Abuja, making Nigeria the first African country to host both global events in the same year. The minister acknowledged the delisting of Nigeria from the Financial Action Task Force grey list as proof of success of President Tinubu's bold reforms to strengthen the nation's anti-money laundering and counter-financing of terrorism framework. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has extended warm birthday felicitations to former First Lady Dame Patience Jonathan. In her message, Oluremi Tinubu expresses happiness alongside the family of the former First Lady and her loved ones in celebrating the joyous occasion, and also prayed, wishing her many more years in divine health, strength, and joy. Meanwhile, the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has inaugurated a digital learning center in Sanyawa local government area of Kano State aimed at promoting digital literacy and inclusion among Nigerians, especially women and youths. The initiative is part of a nationwide Renewed Hope program to establish 10 such centers across the country. Awal Salisu has details.
The Sanyawa Digital Learning Center is one of 10 established across the country to expand access to technology-driven learning opportunities. The initiative aligns with the federal government's broader agenda to promote digital inclusion and build a knowledge-based economy. These centers will also serve as hubs for entrepreneurship development and digital innovation, enabling beneficiaries to harness technology for personal and community advancement. The virtual inauguration ceremony was attended by the wife of Kano State Governor, Mariam Kabir, and other dignitaries who commended the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for her commitment to empowering women and youth through technology-driven education.
This ICT Center is a testament to our commitment to empowering Nigerians with the skills and knowledge they need to succeed in digital age.
I promise her that this building, the digital learning center, will be utilized and used according to her instructions.
Speakers emphasized the importance of digital education in national development, noting that access to technology is key to empowering citizens and reducing unemployment. In Kano, Awwal Salisu, NTA News.
The Governing Council of the Federal University Dutsinma Katsina State has appointed Professor Mohammed Khalid Othman as the new substantive Vice-Chancellor of the institution. The announcements came shortly after the Council's meeting in Dutse, Jigawa State. Awal Mohammed Kazaure reports.
At its 36th Special Council meeting, the Governing Council of the Federal University Dutsinma approved the appointment of Professor Mohammed Khalid Usman as the new substantive Vice-Chancellor. The appointment followed the recommendation of the Joint Council and Senate Selection Board, which interviewed 17 applicants for the position on the 24th of this month. Presenting the letter of appointment, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Council, Alhaji Ali Abubakar Jatau, described the selection process as transparent and merit-based, involving rigorous assessment of the applicant's qualifications, experience, and vision for the university. He explained that Professor Usman emerged top with a score of 77.3%, securing the council's approval.
It is the pleasure and firm commitment of the Governing Council of Federal University Dutsinma to have courageously taken up the exercise, which has culminated to the end of producing Professor M.K. Othman as the new Vice-Chancellor of Federal University Dutsinma.
In his acceptance speech, Professor Mohammed Khalid Usman expressed gratitude for the confidence reposed in him and pledged to uphold academic excellence through technology-driven innovation, creativity, and institutional development.
And I also want to assure you that as I join this university, by the pure grace of God, I will do my best. I will do my best to see that I move this university forward. And I pray that each and every one of you will give me support.
Professor Usman, an agricultural engineer, has over 2 decades of experience in teaching, research, and community service at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. In Dutse, Awal Muhammad Kazaure, NTA News.
The Nigerian Army has reaffirmed commitment to sustaining operational readiness in tackling the nation's evolving security challenges. The Army says realistic and continuous training of its officers and soldiers remains crucial to enhancing effectiveness on the field. This message came from the former Chief of Army Staff and current Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, during the 2025 Nigerian Army Interformation Cross-Country Competition held at the Army Headquarters Garrison in Abuja. More than 280 soldiers drawn from various army formations across the country participated in the 10-kilometer race. The annual event is designed to test the physical fitness, discipline, and combat readiness of troops as participants navigate challenging terrains that include hills, rough paths, and valleys.
This competition is more than a test of physical ability. It is a strategic investment in the health, the moral, and operational readiness of our personnel. The ability to move and navigate across rugged and unconventional terrain with all platoon equipment is a key component of modern military operations. Events like this reinforces our collective resolve to maintain peak performance in all spheres of our duty, particularly as we continue to face evolving security challenges in the defense of our dear country.
At the end of the competition, the winning formation will be determined based on established criteria, including completion time, team coordination, and adherence to equipment and kits requirements, among other standards. The National Bureau of Statistics is on a mission to conduct through the National Agricultural Sample Survey a large-scale data collection exercise across all 36 states and the FCT. Musa Abubakar reports from one of the farms in Kokuna local government area of Nasarawa State, where this vital exercise is taking root.
Before the cities wake, the farms are already alive. Here in the quiet rhythm of the countryside, Nigeria's story begins. But today, something different is happening on these fields. The farmers are not just harvesting crops, they are harvesting data. This is one of thousands of visits taking place across Nigeria. It's part of the National Agricultural Sample Survey, or NAS, led by the National Bureau of Statistics.
Experience on this, some households are so difficult to interview, but we account like two people now.
The aim, to listen to farmers, measure their fields, record their yields, and turn their everyday realities into information that shapes policy.
Challenges that we are facing in the field, especially the farmland from the household is a little bit far from the household, but so far so good. The survey is okay. Yeah.
Each entry made on the field, each bag weighed, each herd counted, will travel hundreds of miles to the National Bureau of Statistics headquarters in Abuja. There, teams of analysts will transform the field reports into insights that can guide national policies, attract investments, and enhance food security. Agriculture contributes more than 20% to Nigeria's GDP, but behind the number lies the sweat of millions whose stories often go untold. Now, through data, their voices are being counted and their challenges made visible. In Abuja, Musa Abubakar, NTA News.
This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. More reports after this break. Stay with us.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to
the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Arisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African road.
Welcome back. Legal practitioners were in Abuja for the Legacy Dialogue 2.0 organized by the Johnny Agim SAN Foundation. The forum, with the theme Institutionalization of Mentorship in the Legal Profession, a strategic blueprint for professional development, was designed to improve professionalism in the legal field. Suleiman Abdul Wahab reports.
Those who lead in the society and invariably mentors in the society.
The events highlighted the crucial role of mentorship in shaping the future of the legal profession. Lawyers, senior advocates, and young professionals gathered to share insights, collaboration, and professional excellence.
Knowledge of law is very important, so your mentoring, please, Yes, digital procedures, processes, okay. Poor knowledge of law, the person is out.
It is what you inculcate in your juniors in chambers that they will take out. Eventually, it is them that might come to the bench, go to the magistracy, or even proceed to the Court of Appeal and ultimately the Supreme Court.
Panel discussions and keynotes allowed experienced lawyers to share wisdom, while younger lawyers highlighted challenges, strategies for mentorship, and bridging experience.
Well, mentorship is the basis and the very foundation for the persistent passage of knowledge from one generation to the other. However, in the process of this, particularly in the legal profession, to maintain the moral integrity, the sanctity of the legal profession, the distillation of that experiential knowledge over the course of time needs a cascading deliverance to the younger generation.
The way is that if you do not mentor people, it's most likely that whatever profession is, it's not going to last. At the time, the lacuna will be there.
From the junior lawyer perspective, it is that, oh, this boss is too garrulous, he is too demeaning and all that. Whereas the senior, if you ask them, they say, oh, the juniors seem to be in a hurry. It is always like that.
The Legacy Dialogue 2.0 concluded with reaffirmation of the legal community's commitments to mentorship and professional development. Attendees left with actionable insights and renewed possibility to uphold ethical standards while guiding the next generation. In Abuja, Suleiman Tobu Abdul Wahab, NTA News.
Now, with growing concerns across Nigeria, as the Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET issues fresh warnings on imminent floods in several parts of the country, Mina Daniels fills us in with the latest news on what's being done by affected states to mitigate the impact.
Seasonal rainfall prediction shows above normal rainfall in parts of the north central and south regions, raising red flags for urban and riverine flooding. This is what Nigeria's Hydrological Services Agency has to say.
Nigeria, because of the geographical position of Nigeria, it's prone, and every Nigerian should know this, because we have two transboundary rivers in Nigeria, River Niger and River Benue. So, River Niger now coming from about 13 countries from Futajaron Island in Guinea, and come and empty in Nigeria, because Nigeria is the last bus stop.
To reduce the risks, several states are ramping up efforts. In Anambra, the government has begun clearing blocked drainages and relocating residents in low-lying areas. In Lagos, emergency agencies are on high alert.
In Lekki now, we are embarking on aggressive removal, which we have started from last week. So almost all our channels along Lekki are presently undergoing maintenance, as well as the swales that we have along the express.
This flooding mostly, they are caused by human negative behavior. You can see somebody just erecting buildings on the drainage system. You see how people are putting sand in drainages. Now we have to be distributing drainages, we have to be constructing drainages. You go to the metropolis, you will see these are being constructed everywhere. So these are the efforts we have put in place.
The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, is coordinating with state governments and international partners to pre-position relief materials and enhance early warning systems. So, I spoke with Mr. Kamal Kisher of the United Nations Disaster Risk Reduction Office in Geneva, Switzerland.
I think this issue of increasing risk of losses from flood is not unique to Nigeria. It's happening across the world, in developing countries and developed countries. We should not build valuable assets, human settlements in floodplains. That we have a good economic case for investing in resilience.
So as climate patterns becomes increasingly unpredictable, proactive flood mitigation is no longer optional, but essential. In Abuja, Mina Daniel, NTA News.
NPCL Limited congratulates President Bola Tinubu for his leadership role in the emergence of Nigeria's candidate, Dr. Philip Mshelbilas, Managing Director of Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, as the new Secretary of the Gas Exporting Countries Forum, GECF, describing it as a historic moment for Nigeria and a testimony to the federal government's gas agenda aimed at utilizing natural gas as a major fuel for industrial growth and economic development. A statement by Andy Ude, Chief Corporate Communications Officer, says NNPC Limited is its Group Chief Executive Officer Bashir Bayo Ojulari applauds Mshelbila's achievements at Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas, where he transformed Nigeria's vast gas reserves into export-grade LNG, LPG, and condensates, serving domestic needs and global markets. Ojulari also congratulated the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, on his emergence as president of the 2026 Gas Exporting Countries Forum ministerial meeting. He commended the minister for being at the forefront of championing efforts to harness Nigeria's abundant gas resources. In an effort to amplify the voices of the original inhabitants of the Federal Capital Territory, there is a call to give them greater presence in governance structures. This came at a media briefing in Abuja under the title Strengthening Community Voices in Key Governance Processes. The group believes that equity and inclusivity can be further enhanced in the FCT when original inhabitants are given more prominence in the political, administrative, and developmental frameworks of the territory.
Establishment of the Abuja Original Inhabitants Development Commission, AOIDC. This commission should be legally mandated to address developmental deficits, promote social inclusion, and ensure that the original inhabitants benefit equitably from the wealth generated from their ancestral lands.
The original inhabitants of the FCT do not have any other place that they can call their own, but we're also aware that there are residents in the FCT who have decided, in exercise of their constitutional rights and privileges, to make the FCT their home.
The Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission has announced the timetable for the conduct of the 2026 local government elections. This unveils the commencement of the electoral process across the 21 local government areas of the state. Here is Halima Babali's reports.
Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission Chairman discloses that the chairmanship and councillorship elections will be held on Saturday, October 17, 2026, with political activities commencing from Friday, 24th October 2025. Political parties are required to conduct their primaries and resolve all dispute between November 10th, 2025 and 12th December 2025. Political parties are to collect nomination forms from December 15th to December 19th, 2025, while submission of list of candidates will be on 5th to 9th January 2026.
Then Wednesday, 20th May 2026, commencement of campaigns by political parties in public. This is the time that is due for campaigns. Every other time, it is prohibited for open campaigns. A remark on the commencement of political parties said, not earlier than 150 days before the election, campaigns will commence, according to Section 94, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022.
He added that screening and publication of particulars of candidates will hold from 16th January to 21st January, with 22nd January to 30th January slated for withdrawal of candidates by political parties, while publication of final list of nominated candidates will be on the 6th of February 2026.
On the Thursday, 15th day of October 2026, that will mark the end of political campaigns. All political parties, please take note that campaigns end 24 hours before election, according to Section 94, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022.
The chairman reiterated that all political party aspirants and stakeholders are to adhere strictly to the electoral timetable and guidelines to ensure a seamless and peaceful process.
Bringing quality medical care to Nigerians in underserved and remote locations was the focus of a medical outreach by the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) to IDPs in collaboration with some key partners in healthcare delivery. The initiative featured a trial of the 5G remote clinic, which allows residents in hard-to-reach areas to access medical care more easily. The Nigerian Communications Commission at the medical outreach ensured the challenges to the new technology are identified and addressed for smooth rollout in the future.
The issue of latency that we used to have in the past is being taken care of, the speed, and also now we're talking about the security of the data, and that's why we are here as a regulator to provide the enabling environment for this technology to serve humanity.
This group, they make smile in IDP faces today, has come here, given us medicine, testing what is disturbing people, know what the condition of the problem they have. So we are proud of it.
That concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Dennis Adebanloye.